In today's video, it's Sunday, so we're stash busting a paper pad. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the Messy Desk. Today is Sunday, Stashbuster Sunday. So we are stash busting paper pads on Sunday. So yesterday we did do, Kara, Brandon, and I did a live video of our upcoming collab for Valentine's Day, and after that we did some stash busting, and I showed how I can take 3 pages from a paper pad and get items set up and ready for a journal. So here I stash busted a whole paper pad and have it ready, and we are very soon going to go ahead and show you how to quickly make some journals out of those. And today we are starting a new paper pad. So the rest of the Heidi Swap paper pad is going to be cut into tags and hearts. So so that one's done. So now we are on this one, and this is the one I'm using to make my granddaughter's journal. So I'll be doing that technique for the pages that I have chosen for her journal, and then there's still going to be pages left. So what I thought I would do today is, I know that we're not going to use like this peachy pink page in hers. Her journal is stars and moon and that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the branding strip. It does have a perforated edge, but we'll just go ahead and cut that off. Okay, and I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to be using the scoring part of this after I go ahead and I fold this in half. Okay. Fold it in half. So we have a 12 by 12 piece of paper. We're going to fold it in half. Then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to score my lines at now let's, you know what, one of the stash busting things I have coming up is I have a lot of these. These are Project Life cards, and they are just under 3 inches wide. And so if I do this one at 4 inches instead of at 3, I was going to do 3, 3, 3 across, but I'm going to do it at 4, and then I would be able to use Project Life cards. Okay, so this is all about stash busting. So there's one at 4. I'm going to pull this over to 4. I'm going to mark it. So I'm just marking it with my scoring tool. Okay. So, and then I just want to make sure that this last one is also at 4, and it is. So then I'm going to go this way, and I want to make sure that my Project Life is going to fit inside. Okay, so here is the mark, and so my other mark just needs to be somewhere below that. Okay, so I'm going to come down below, or whatever card type thing that you're trying to use up. I'm going to use a Project Life card. I end up at like 1 7/8 about. Okay, so whatever it is, you want to do the same thing on both sides. So I do need to actually pay attention to where that was. Okay, so it's just under 1 7/8. So should have done it at 1 7/8. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so there's that part. And okay, so now I'm going to take and I'm going to cut in from this edge or one of the edges into the first. I'm going to leave one whole block connected. Okay, so line that up on my center. And this time I'm cutting. Okay, you want to make sure you're lined up on your fold. Okay, come down all the way to that fold for the first box. Okay, and now we have cut our thing. So we've done all of our folding and we've done our cut. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come back in and fold up. Now this is much better if you have double-sided paper, okay? But you can also, we're going to do something to this to help with this. But we just want to get our base put together. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and fold these. Now, I'm going to fold them with the line down. If you have a bone folder handy, you can use that. I don't want that to end up on the floor. Okay? So there's that. And we'll do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to end up folding them probably both ways. That's what usually happens when I do this. Open it out, fold it down. You have seen me do these before, but I haven't done the big one for the Project Life cards. I had several of you say that you had Project Life cards that you wanted to use up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is this would go like this and you have a pocket on the front. If you like that, then go ahead. Otherwise, you can turn this around, fold this one over, fold this one back, come over, fold this one down, fold this one over, and fold this one over. Okay, so what you get is you get a little booklet that you can look at this way, and then turn and continue to look at it this way. Okay. And so you just want to find out where you want your front to be, and then we'll go ahead and let's see. Okay, so I have it like this. Now you can close it off and have it just be just like, well, it would have to go the other direction for it to be closed off. So I'm going to do it this way. I like all the pockets, okay? I like having all the pockets, being able to use all the different directions, okay? So I am going to go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do is open this back up. You can just follow along, okay? And I want to cut off these two pockets, okay? So these two right here. So I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to splice that down and splice. I mean, there's no sense in wasting this this paper inside a pocket that you can't use it. Then we can use these for other little things, okay? So when you're picking out your paper, you might want to be thinking of other things that you can use. Now, this book has cut-aparts that I can use in here. Okay, I'm going to go in this direction. Okay, so this is going to be my front. I'm going to go ahead and mark my front with a paper clip. Okay, so you might want to be thinking of like stickers and washi tape and things that you think you might want to use with this. I'm going to put a pocket in my first piece, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this right here, and then I'm going to give it the peachy cut. Okay, and if you're used to my channel, you know the peachy cut is like the old-fashioned peachy folders. It was cut at an angle, and then over on this side we're going to go ahead and add some glue. Okay, so this very first opening, the pocket is going to actually be a pocket. Okay, so there we have an actual pocket. Now for this one, it's right next to it, and so I think I'm going to cut this one off. Okay, cut this one off. Okay, so now we've got 3 over there. Okay, so we have that. Then we're going to open it, and we have that. Now, here we are where we just cut those 2 pockets. I'm going to go ahead and glue those together. So I'm going to glue them at the back. Okay. And I'm going to glue them across the bottom. And what that's going to do, it's going to make a pocket. And I love pockets, and I cannot lie. Okay, let's make sure that when we glue it, that they're even. Okay. I knew I was seeing, and that's the fold over. That's the bulk that you see, and that's why we do the peachy cut now, because we just cut that. The fold ends up being bulk. Okay, but now we have a little pocket that we can make something, and it can go inside this little pocket right here. Okay. Pull it over to our next page, and we can either have pockets. I like to have one as a flip down. So we'll go ahead and go here. And cut it just inside. Okay, so this is cut just inside. And that can flip down. And then, let's see. I think this one will be a peachy folder pocket. Okay, so we'll come in at the angle. Go ahead and glue this one down. Oh, let's cut that edge. We don't need that. And again, that is what is in the fold. That is where the bulk would come from. And you'll see by cutting these down and not just folding this up, that you will have way less bulk to this little. Okay, so we have this, so we know that's our front. You open it up. We have this. You've got a pocket here. You open it. You can flip that down. Close that there. You've got this. You've got that. And you've got that. Now you can close that all the way up, okay, and just have your small little 3-page booklet if you want, but I think it's kind of fun to go like this. You got that pocket there, you got like this, and then you come around and you've got these. So of course you can come in, you could put a belly band on one, you can put a side pocket on one using your items, or you can take these and put them, like if you're making quite a few of these, you could take these and put these in another one that has a corresponding color. Okay, so there's this little booklet. Now I'm thinking, you know, that's a lot of white space. That is a whole lot of white space. So I'm gonna look over here in my napkin stash and see if I can find a napkin that I can use. And I think this one is going to be awesome. I also had this out to use with the Valentine's stuff this week, so I won't use the whole napkin, but that gives you another option of something to cover your white space. Okay, so isn't this something? Okay, so if I was to put this over here, okay, that won't, I don't like that there, but I might be able to use it here. Okay, can use it here on that one. Okay, and the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to grab the lid, go ahead and just use the bottom of my Tombow Mono liquid glue. So if you need to make a Valentine, and maybe you're going to put a gift card in it, this might be kind of fun. You could also add photographs to this. I did that one similar. I mean, it was a different folding technique for it, but the one that I made that is all the pictures of my mom and dad when they were dating, all the dances. And if we can find that, we will link that in the description box. It's Sunday, so it's actually Sunday right now. Tom is doing some radio stuff, so I ran in here to do a video real quick. Okay. And I didn't cut this beforehand because the last 2 times I've done that, I ended up short on my napkin because it grabbed it, and so it's like, well, okay, so there's that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. And then you can use this with a digital, with other scrapbook paper. I will probably use it with, I think the Spring Days digital will work with these colors. And remember, that one is on sale for 50% off through Tuesday. That's the newest one. We also have, both Kara and I have our Valentine digitals in our shops, so you can play along with that, where that's the collab. It starts Wednesday with the actual videos starting Wednesday. Of course, you can start it as soon as you have the digitals and start making your things. But you use both Kara's kit and my kit to make your projects. So and they can be any kind of project. If you want to use it and make something for your home, or a journal thing, then any of those you can do that. Okay, I got a little problem here, and I want to find the daisy washi tape. I think would be really good right there, but I don't see it. Hopefully it's not where Chip can get it. Oh, there it is. Here, we'll put both. Put this pink. And some of the daisy. Over here. Okay, so one of the things you can do is you can go through and add napkin to get your color and stuff like that in your journal. And remember, we are going to use Project Life cards, so I'm probably going to have to go through and find some that match, but that's okay. I have so many, and we'll be able to put, you can go ahead and decorate that with something as well. We've got both sides to decorate, so we will be doing that. Oh, look at this. Ooh. What if? Okay, I know. You're like, Julie, you were done. Okay, let's go ahead and put some of this daisy washi down. So I posted a link to the club, which is a Cricut club that is put on by the same person that I took the workshop from for the Cricut. She was an amazing teacher. She did video, she did short video, she did written printables, so that if you are, I need it in front of me in my hand kind of person. What I liked, I used the video, and then when I went back 3 days later and I already forgot how to do it, I had the printable, because I did go ahead and print them, to use. Her teaching, I just found her teaching to be really, really good. And if you're in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group, you see that I entered I finished, like with 2 minutes to spare, you guys, I finished my projects yesterday, and I entered them in, and I won most creative use of supplies, and I won a $45 Amazon gift certificate. So that was pretty fun. In this club, you can either get it monthly or for the year. You get some extra bonuses if you choose the yearly, and it's of course, like they do, it's a cheaper price. And let's see what else. You get some SVG files. She shows you how to get the SVG files from wherever you're getting them from, and how to load them into your Cricut. She does it for the Maker and the Explorer and the Explorer Air 2. I just have the Explorer, and I have an Expressions too. It doesn't work with Expressions because you can't, you need, that one does cartridges. But, so we got that made using our napkin scrap and part of the branding strip. I really like that. We could put it on a card. So anyway, I have used my Cricut for years just for paper crafting. Very simple, directly from Cricut. Okay, so everything that I had, and I would see all of these really cool things out there, and I wanted to try them, but I didn't know how to get that once I purchased it from them into the thing, and I was like, oh, I just don't have time to learn that. And so this class, this workshop came across, and I wanted to make some. I had the supplies for it. I had the supplies already in my warehouse, and including the little rolling pin. And I was like, I want to do that. And the thing I do is I take classes because I will make the stuff and finish it. My first little thing I made I did a vinyl sign that says "You Are My Sunshine." Did it different than what she did, but I learned how to get the SVG file, put it in. It was awesome. So I will put the link to the club down below. The workshop, I believe it's closed, so I can't give you the link to that. But like I said, I really, maybe purchase it for a month, the club for a month. Check it out. Love to see you there. I didn't know anybody in the thing, so, but I saw that several people said that they had gotten Cricuts, and that people were using silhouettes too. So in the workshop. So all the instructions I was getting was Cricut, and so it was amazing, and I would actually recommend it. You don't see me telling you to go try something, but if you have a cutting machine and you haven't used it because you haven't had the classes, I would highly recommend it. So there's that. Okay, so here is what I'm going to be making to Stash Bust. So I think that these would be really fun for Happy Mail. I know in our Scrap All About It, we have our little Happy Mail group, and so I mean, you could go ahead and fill this with some Project Life cards. You could, add some sparklies if you had them, and, maybe even tie it with some lace or something that you have. If you're here at the premiere, I'm waving hi, and say hello to Chip. Hi, Chip. I'm so glad you joined us today. If this is your first Dear Julie premiere, just know we do this every day at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. During the week, we are junk journaling every day. And on the weekend, we are busting our stash. So on Sunday, we are working on busting that 163 paper pads that I have in the closet. And so we are on, I believe we're on Paperpad 4. So, and of course I bought one, new one, but it's not in the closet. So on Sundays we are working on busting paper pads, and Saturday it could be anything. And again, during the week, it's working on junk journals. So I hope you'll join us. If you are here for the premiere, make sure that you hit that live chat button, come on over and say hello, introduce yourself. We do have a live chat going on at 10:30 when each video premieres. We'd love to have you. We also have our Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. The link is in the description box down below. We'd love to have you join us there and find out all things Dear Julie right from there, our hub. So let's get back to our program. But I wanted to show you that, and so yeah. And then how big is this? Because I think we can also use another piece of cardstock and make an envelope for this. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure it real quick. Measure 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4 1/8. So if you made an envelope do we have an envelope that's 4 1/2 by 4 1/2? Okay, so card size 4 1/2 by 4 1/2 card would fit in an envelope that is made with a 7 1/2 by 7 1/2 paper. So let's grab I'm like, oh, did she like that? Because Shelly told me which ones she really liked, which pages. We'll just make an envelope out of the same paper. Okay, so we need to cut this down to 7 1/2 by 7 1/2. And of course, yesterday the envelope papers are all 7 1/2 by 7 1/2. So remember, we took this piece and we made the large pocket, had the journaling card, and then we took this piece and folded it over, and we had a folded card. So there's our 7 1/2 by 7 1/2 piece. We need to look on here because we don't want that one. We want this one. We're going to start at 3 3/4. 3 1/2, 3 3/4. Let's go ahead and grab our little witchy-jiggy here. Okay. Punch. And so you line it up, punch and score. Line it up with this little line right here. So you only use this measuring for your first measurement, okay? And then the rest of the time you're using this point, punch, score, okay? And that's going to give us that, okay? We'll go ahead and do this, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a gusset. There's enough room on here to add a little gusset. That makes it kind of like an envelope box. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll do it in this direction. Okay. And let's see, if I put the point there, I can line the point up there, okay? Nope, I need to be on this side. Sorry. I don't need it too big. Okay, so, and I don't want to use the cutter. Let me get it out of my way. I want to use the scoring tool. Okay, so I'm about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so we just used another page out of the paper pad. Okay, and this works on these kind of envelopes because you have this area on your flap. That's why this works. Okay, and you could make it all the way up. So now we need to fold and bring it down and fold. Okay, so that is going to give us that much area that we'll be able to, you know, once we fill that up and decorate it, we'll still be able to go into nicely into the envelope. Okay, so there, we'll put those down and then we can go ahead and glue it down. So there we'll have our little envelope box, and I am going to put a little glue right here because it looks like they really want to be together. And then I'm going to come down here and put glue on my flap, and you can round this corner. I'm going to use my corner rounder because yesterday the corner piece, the corner cutter on my envelope punch board was having issues. So we'll just do like that. We'll take this, and you see that's going to go together, and we'll put this. It said no, I don't want to stick. There, put that in there. That will give you something to glue it on. Now remember, you can glue just the one side and have another little pocket on one side or the other of your envelope. Oh, and we should have scored the top piece too. Oops. So we'll go in and just score it from the other direction, because make sure you use the scoring tool, not the... Okay. So score all 4 sides, guys, so that you can close your little box. Okay, so there's my little box with, oh, we want to keep that. That's the front until I've got it decorated and we know it's the front. Okay, and then we've got our little booklet happening. It's an accordion style. And there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I would love to see if you make any of these. Post them in our Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie, or tag me if you use this on Instagram or on Facebook or anything like that. Tag me there, and I would love to see it. So this is our Sunday Stashbuster. How many of these are you gonna make? Look, you could even put a CD in there with your card. I don't know, I think a CD will fit in there. I had one out here, but it's not here right now. So, happy Stashbuster Sunday. Also, this is National Compliment Day, so don't forget to go out there and pay someone a compliment. Have an amazing day. Find something to celebrate every day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.